Pimblett doesn't hold him back. He's got one goal in mind. He wants Justin Gaethje next. In a recent interview with BBC Sport, Paddy made it crystal clear. He said, "I'm hoping to fight in Abu Dhabi this October. I'd love to fight Ilya too, but he's already booked. So now I'm thinking about Gaethje. Nobody cares about Arman Tsarukyan, and let's be real, fans actually want to see Gaethje fight." And then he added more heat. Paddy said, "Me vs Gaethje, that's the fight people want. Tsarukyan, he's just a tool. If I get past Gaethje, I'm one win away from fighting for the belt." Arman didn't stay quiet. He clapped back on X saying, "It's obvious you were just talking trash with zero intention of backing it up. Your UFC career is built on handouts, hype, and shortcuts to the top." Paddy, unfazed, kept flexing. He posted footage of himself showing up at Liverpool's title parade. Fans went wild. The crowd literally chanted his name. Now let's move to the big fight announcements. It's official. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is stepping back into the octagon on July 12th at UFC Nashville. He's going up against Gabriel Bonfim. Wonderboy's had it rough lately. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. He lost via second-round submission to Shavkat Rakhmonov in 2023 and then got knocked out in the third round by Joaquin Buckley last October. Bonfim's on a hot streak though. He's won his last 2 fights and recently submitted Chaos Williams in the second round. His pro record? A stellar 17-1. His only loss came by second round TKO against Nicolas Dalby last year. After the matchup was announced, Wonderboy posted on X, "Time to prove this old man still got it. Redemption." We're also getting Michael Johnson back in action. He'll face Daniel Zellhuber at UFC 318 on July 19th. Johnson's riding a 2-fight win streak. His latest victory, a brutal second-round knockout of Otman Azatar in December. Zellhuber's trying to bounce back after a razor-close split decision loss to Esteban Ribovics. Meanwhile, Jon Jones sat down with Vic Blends on his podcast and gave fans a peek into his mindset. When asked if he'll ever fight again, Jon said, "I don't know what life holds when it comes to competing. I do feel like I'll always be a martial artist. Whether I'm coaching or taking exhibition matches, I'll be around. There's still a lot of great competition in the UFC. But I also feel like I'm more than just a fighter now. I've got more options than most fighters. I can step away and come back whenever I want. Right now I'm focused on love, happiness, and kindness." Jon also opened up about something very personal, how he'd react to a loss. "I'd be devastated," he said. "Angry, upset, even depressed. I'm so connected to winning it might not even be healthy. I see fighters lose and they smile, hug their wives and say better luck next time. That couldn't be me. If I lose, it's everything. For me, it's all or nothing. Do it with your whole heart or don't do it at all." Sean O'Malley, Ali, talked about some serious life changes ahead of his rematch with Merab Dvalishvili. On the Jim Rome show, Ali shared that cutting off social media completely changed his life. "I don't scroll anymore," he said. "My team still runs the accounts, but I don't check them. No Instagram, no Twitter, nothing. And it's been a huge relief. My anxiety just disappeared." He went on to explain that it wasn't about beating Merab, it was about peace of mind. "I didn't do all this to beat him. I did it for myself. I feel so much better mentally." He even mentioned that he took a break from weed. "Not forever, I still enjoy it," he laughed. "But it was giving me anxiety. Maybe it was the combination with social media, who knows. I just felt like I needed to step back. And now I'm ready." Ali sounds more confident than ever. "I know I can knock Merab out. He's open to getting caught. But I'm ready to go the full 5 rounds too. I'm locked in." Over in the light heavyweight division, Khalil Roundtree is gearing up to fight Jamahal Hill at UFC Buku. And he's pumped. Talking to MMA Junkie, Khalil said, "It's a great main event. 2 big strikers going at it. I'm ready. I've been training hard. I learned from my loss to Alex, went right back to the gym. I've got scars, but they're healed. My mind's right, my heart's in it." He added, "We get to travel too, so I'm fired up. This is the most confident I've been in a long time." And what if Ali loses again to Merab? Tim Welch thinks he might move up a weight class. Ali's weight cuts are brutal, he explained. Featherweight might suit him better. I think he could hang with the 145ers.
You know, some have suggested, Chael being one of them, others as well, that, hey, if it doesn't work out, 145 is always an option. Has that been discussed at all?
I mean, it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. There's still really big fights at bantamweight, and Sean's 5'11". He walks around at around 160 pounds. So if we took 6-7 months to put 3, 4, 5 pounds of muscle on him, he definitely could hang with a lot of the 145ers.
Would you like to see him at some point, win or lose, like at some point down the line? Would you like to see him at 45?
Yeah, I mean down the line, I think there's a bunch of really big fights for him at 145, and these weight cuts, they really are brutal.
Are they? Are they getting tougher?
I wouldn't say they're tough every single time, but he's the most professional when it comes to cutting weight. He has written down in his journal everything he ate on every single day, what he weighed on this morning, So he has it so dialed in, and he's so professional with his weight cuts that they suck every single time, but he's going to make weight every single time.
Gene Silva just dropped a video of him sparring with Mauricio Ruffy. Fans are already buzzing. And then there's this wild take. Mike Perry says he could beat up a gorilla. Yes, really.
All right, here we go. Mike Perry versus a gorilla. What happens?
I win. I'm smarter than a gorilla, believe it or not. I get smarter with every hit. I'm gonna kill that gorilla. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna weave a basket together, cover its eyes, and stab it in the neck with a twig. You, how about that?
Daniel Cormier also chimed in with concerns about Merab's toe injury. DC thinks the injury could seriously affect Merab's wrestling in the rematch with Ali, and coming from DC, that's worth listening to.
Maybe, and you and I can really attest to this.
Okay.
A toe might seem like a small deal for a guy
Correct,
that doesn't kick that much. But it is a big deal for a guy that has to wrestle without a shoe. Imagine all the push off we generate when you punch and when you shoot as a wrestler. And that was one of my biggest things when I started, man, was I had a difficult time pushing off of my back foot to drive into shots. That's why I would just snatch legs and then pick them up, because I couldn't figure out that drive without the wrestling shoe.
Well, honestly, staying high level in MMA is probably the way to go. So you probably were great there. You had that nice little jab parry, head outside, then pick him up and down.
Yes.
You were great at that.
But you want to hit but like I wanted to be able to run a dude over, but I couldn't, because I never quite could figure out how to drive off my foot without the shoe on, because I was so used to wearing the wrestling shoe. But again, a lot of that push is generated off of that pinky toe.
Yes.
You drive off of those feet. So for Merab, this is a much bigger deal, Ben, than he's letting on. I'm sorry.
Bilal Muhammad has a bold idea. He wants Jack Della Maddalena to face Islam Makhachev at MSG in November. And Bilal, he wants to fight on the same card.
I hate to go here, but Jack Della Maddalena seems destined to defend his belt against Islam Makhachev. Seems like maybe some rumblings that it'll be at MSG. Talk to me about MSG, all that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited, right? If it's MSG, for sure, I would want to be on that card, and definitely want to be on the same card as them. I think it makes a lot of sense. I don't think it makes sense for Islam to go all the way to Perth. I think that MSG, they usually have a big card, big main event. I don't know if they're trying to do Jon Jones for it, but like you said, we're swallowing hard on it. But for me now, it's just locking in and just making the next guy pay. I'm not the type that's gonna be like, oh, Jack sucks now, or this guy did this, or I'm picking against him. I'm like, bro, I hope he wins, right? I hope he wins every single one of his fights, and then we beat again, and then I get the battle back for him, whoever he's fighting. For me now, it's just focus on the next guy, get my next fight win, get this taste out of my mouth, and just get my hand raised again and get back to normal.
Dominic Cruz just gave his 2 cents on the drama between Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall. Apparently, Jon reacted to Dom's analysis by dropping an upward trending chart emoji in the comments. Subtle, but spicy.
Jones and Tom Aspinall fight situation is interesting because I think what it comes down to is the pressure comes from everybody wanting to see Jon Jones be challenged in a really crazy way. But Jon Jones beat everybody in their prime all the way up the ladder in light heavyweight and heavyweight. So he's made his legacy, and that's why he feels nothing's passing him by. He can relax, go on vacation. He can show up to fight events. He can never watch a fight event again and know that he's done what he wanted to do. On the other hand, Tom Aspinall wants that fight with Jon Jones because he wants to create his legacy. Can only come from responsibility in this one. I can't be a victim of the UFC not getting me the Jon Jones fight, and I can't be a victim of Jon Jones not giving me the fight. So the next step is, what am I responsible for? I see it as, take the next step. Don't look up too high, just take the next step. If you beat everybody in the division, knock them out again, and knock them out in such spectacular fashion that they forget about Jon Jones for a period of time. And something tells me, if I know Jon Jones, if you make yourself so loud knocking everybody out, Jon Jones might come out to play. He might come out and prove then that he's better than Tom Aspinall because he wants to. And that's the only way that's going to happen, is Jon Jones is going to fight when he wants to, because that's his legacy's been made and he's happy with it. And can't control Jon, can't control the UFC, so let's go, Tom. Just knock everybody out again.
Now here's the big shocker. Israel Adesanya has revealed that UFC President Dana White actually tried to stop him from fighting Sean Strickland at UFC 293. That's right, Dana told Izzy not to take the fight. But Adesanya didn't listen. He went ahead with the bout anyway and ended up losing his middleweight title to Strickland.
Felt the same way, but I was like, nah, I have to fight in Sydney. I have to fight. I haven't fought in this side of the world in so long. And then Dana was like, listen, kid, you got enough money. Just chill out for a while. I'm like, yeah, it's not
for the
that.
Strickland fight?
Yeah. So I was like, nah, I went all stubborn. And in hindsight, I'm like, maybe Dana was right. Maybe I should have just chilled. But again, look, I love these stories. This is how it's supposed to happen.
Adversity is a privilege.
Adversity is a privilege. Amen.
Shout out Volk.
Shout out Volk.
And that wraps it up for the news today. What a roller coaster. From fighters taking shots to personal growth stories to shocking behind-the-scenes reveals. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more updates from the MMA world.